First, I saw a car speeding down the roads. Second, I was an off-duty police officer. And third, I love my job. So I started my car and tailed him. Sure, I could have phoned it in, but I had my badge on me. It was either go home for dinner, or issue out a ticket and claim work kept me out. At least when I was working, I had some moments to myself, some time with my own thoughts. I didn't have my police lights with me, so I followed him. I mean, more time anyway, right? The car drove right near the forest. Now if this didn't look suspicious, I don't know what did. I'll follow him and lose him. It's hard to keep up with a car that's speeding when you're following the law because you forget your undercover cop lights at home. Damn it. Oh well. Nice night for a drive. I kept going in the direction he was heading, and lucky me, I found his car. Not the man though, just the car. Can't write a ticket unless I see his license and registration. Looking up, I noticed that the car is parked on the outskirts of this massive cedar forest. Is the man in trouble? This isn't a campsite. I can easily just be a good Samaritan, helping him, before issuing the speeding ticket. It was already almost dark out, so I quickly jotted down the license number and went walking into the forest. I must have made a large cracking noise with the first few steps because I heard footprints in the distance. It'd be awkward if he found me, so I just dipped behind some bushes and watched. With no streetlights, I wasn't able to make out any of his facial features, just that he was an older man. Old enough to know better than to speed. The man went to my car, and he looked it over. Maybe he was a cop, too. I don't know. What was he? He placed something underneath my tires. After the man drove off, I waited a few moments before inspecting. He put nails in them. They slowly deflated, making driving out impossible. What had started off as trying to avoid going home for dinner quickly turned into a personal vendetta. Nobody slashes my tires like this. No one. I was going to catch him doing something dirty if it was the last thing that I did. Before that, though, I called a cab. There was no way I was going into that forest at night, and there was no way I was paying for a tow truck to come out here. The price would be way too much. No, a cab was cheaper, especially if I showed my badge. I didn't have a great sleep that night. My mind was swirling with possibilities. Who just goes to the forest to chill for a few moments at dawn? Who does that? My mind was too busy to fully fall asleep, so I kept waking up throughout the night. It was 6 a.m. when I finally called it quits and called another cab to take me to the forest with a spare tire I found in the garage. Yeah, I know. It's supposed to stay in the trunk. I moved a cabinet the other year and needed the spare space, okay? After paying the cab driver, I placed the tire inside the car for safety and then went back into the forest. I needed to see what the old man could possibly have been doing. The search was ultimately pointless. Oh well. I changed the tire and then made my plan for the night, when I would wait in the same parking lot that I saw him in before. Oh no, guess I won't be going home for dinner again. Oh well. This wasn't useless. He showed up again at the exact same time. There was still some light out, so I could make out his facial features. Old man, roughly in his 70s, balding, but remaining white or gray hair stuck up in a messed up way. Last seen wearing a black coat, brown pants, and black dress shoes. He had a distinctive black eye patch covering one of his eyes. I could hear the police reports now, along with the hand-drawn sketch of his wanted poster. This time when he went to the forest, I parked further away and followed him in. I was also much more careful with the leaves and twigs. No wonder I couldn't find anything when I was there earlier. He'd covered the opening of the bunker with twigs and leaves. I knew it was a bunker because it went deep underground. I waited until the old man finally left early in the morning. I don't think I fell asleep the whole night because I didn't want to miss anything. Sleep deprived, I pulled a crowbar from my trunk and ran back to pry the door open. Now, I wasn't sure what I'd find in the bunker, but this wasn't it. Countless papers regarding the government and buildings all across the country, information on the people who live here, how governments and architects built buildings, explosive experiments tested on mini models. This would be perfect to bring this older gentleman down. As soon as I was in cell range, I phoned it in. I got my story straight, I heard the old man muttering, and he sped off. I had significant cause, but no cell reception, so I went to investigate on my own. Yeah, that story would work, and pardon me of... Okay, so I admit I got a little obsessive, but who are they gonna believe? A police officer like me, or a sketchy older man like him? I wrote the report, told my superiors what I had seen, and answered all the questions. The next day, that's when the explosion happened. I heard it. Most people did. Even countries kilometers away heard it. One problem. The bunker blew up before they could find it. They knocked on my door while I was at home, handcuffed me, and took me away. Here I was, someone who knew about the explosion before it happened, and described someone in a bloody eye patch. That wasn't convincing at all. Awaiting trial, I just thought, if I can get myself out of this, I'll change my ways. I'll do things by the book as a cop. It won't get personal. I'll always make it home for dinner.